Yes. Hello, and here we are again with the Fearless League. This time we have Oh, god damn it. We have a really hard to pronounce team, Klkmaninsoytupadre, against Reliance. Where's the killer? There we go. As the killer, we have Sir Pickle, Pedro. So a very good player, probably the best player we have had so far in this league. So that's very nice to see. We can see already off to a good start for Vinny. Vinny managed to avoid the first M2 of the game. Pedro decides to switch chase over to Goose instead, chasing Goose instead. Goose, however, seems to be dodging that M2 also quite well. Is going to have to eat the M1 though. We can already see the blood favor kicking in. We hear Hex popping, which I think that was a blood favor. It is hard to tell right now because it's active. Pedro does a good M2 though and gets Goose for the first down of the game right now. There we go. Yes, that was in fact a blood favor that popped. It was a bit difficult to tell because the perk didn't like unlit itself because it was active because the one just happened. We can see the unhook has already happened. Pedro immediately goes back to the hook to get Goose. Goose is going to try his best though to avoid it, I assume. Is going to fall for a sneaky mind game though and is going to get downed again. We're most likely going to see a DS here since Goose does have... Is the obsession? Will we see a DS? Yes, we will in fact see a decisive strike happening here right now. I notice I have my Steam layout fucked by the way. Ignore that, whoopsie. The text of the team is too long for the display. I'll fix that in the next mission. We'll just keep going. Goose has managed to extend this chase by quite a bit thanks to that decisive strike. Is going to get downed here on this weak pallet though. A pretty rough situation here for Reliance. They already have 2 hooks happening and not a single gen popped yet, but we did hear the main generator being quite high percent and it is going to pop right now.
Just start.
Here we go. Not the best of situation here for Reliance. They usually should be in a way better position by this time, but unfortunately not. You do have to keep in mind, like, the result that the killer gets in set 1 should generally be rather weak. Survivors have everything to work with. They have incredibly strong perks. Vinny is unfortunately going to take a tactical slap here. He's going to get injured. He's going to try to run, but I don't think he has anything to use. He is just going to get downed. Goose in the background also does manage to get unhooked though. We see another generator popping in the background. Another hook happening. We're now at 3 stages. The Druid right now probably doing quite a bit of value as well as the Wedged Fate. Unfortunately, Goose is the turnout. We can see that this the Deliverance presumably happening from Vinny. Yeah, should be Deliverance. Second one should not be active if he has it. Pedro just patrolling the gens right now, trying to either find a survivor healing or trying to make sure that the gens just keep regressing. I think a mix of both. Yes, he does find the survivor healing. He finds Goose here. He's going to try to chase Goose once again. Oh, that was visual bug. Okay, I think. Just rubbing up against... trying to make M2 Goose, presumably to get that infection in, to get that 8% hit in. We can see Lucas here coming in for a body block. Is going to get it, is going to hit Lucas into Goose. Goose is now in deep wound, meaning he cannot use a decisive strike if he would have it. He is now hindered as well, which is going to make it very difficult for him to chase here anything here. But he does still have the shack pallet down. If he manages to make it to a shack, he can still vault it again. The shack is still a rather strong loop right now to use. Goose doing a very good job on this filler pallet to just stay up for as long as possible. Pedro doing his best. Goose is going to run. I think, yeah, he is going to make it. Is going to be able to vault the pallet one more time. Doing a very good job, but I think yes, he is going to get downed here. It is going to be the first kill of the game. Not Pedro deciding not to use the Mori. I think most people do not care that fact that we have a Mori allowed. We might want to change that offering honestly at this point. We figured the Ebony Mori would be a fun decision to use since there's not many other perks we can allow, offerings we can allow, because Cut Coin would make it more difficult to use chest perks. So we opted to use that instead. Oh well. We're going to see here Pedro finding Lucas here on the hill, is going to throw him off the hill, and is just going to M1 him to the down.
Performance indeed.
We can see here the survivors are in a rough position, but you have to keep in mind Pedro only has one perk active right now practically. The obsession is dead, so Wretched Fate is not actually active. It is shows it's active, but it's not actually active. Lucas is going to get hooked here for the fifth hook of the game, the third fresh hook of the game. Reliance still in a rough position, however, though. The Ruin has done quite a bit of damage to those generators. Oh, Beaver doing a good job here, dodging that M2, I believe. He's going to get one here, though. He slow vaults the pallet, which gets him injured. A bit unfortunate. If he would have fast vaulted it, he would have actually managed to avoid that hit. He's now on a rock pallet like Goose was. Will he be able to loop this rock as well as Goose did, or is he going to get down quickly? He does appear to have already been caught a bit off guard. No. I love this rock, man. Just a silly rock. I love good, like, I always love seeing good players loop this rock because it looks so stupid, but it's like the best way to play it. It's just a lot of stupid 9 games and 50-50s. Down here, the fourth fresh hook of the game. Pedro is now at 6th hook, a 4th fresh, already probably better than Killer should be doing at this stage of the game, because, I mean, survivors have all the strong perks, so they should be do fine, but Pedro here doing very well, making use of, ignoring the fact that survivors have strong perks very well, trying to go for a sneaky mind game against Lucas here, but doesn't work out. Survivors here just trying to do their best to do get some gen pressure in, but just the Ruin is just damaging them so badly. Vinny is going to have to take an M1 here, I believe. No, he doesn't actually manage to vault the window in time. Is going to get back to the pallet as well. Is going to vault it. Is maybe going to get mind game on it. No, he does not get mind game on it. Does, however, get hit here, unfortunately. Is going to do his best to run away from that pallet since it's a bit difficult when that loop is a bit difficult to use when the pallet is already dropped sometimes. Is going to make another round off the pallet. He's doing a very good job. Is going to loop back, vault back and forth, but is, however, going to get down now. He's going to get hooked once again, Vinny. This time, unfortunately, he cannot use his... Oh! This time he cannot use Deliverance. However, Beaver manages to pop the gen in the last moment before he gets hit by Pedro. Lucas coming in here for the unhook. The survivors are in a decent position here to be able to get an out. It is going to be difficult, but it is definitely possible to get an out here, maybe even 2. But it is also still possible for Pedro here to get the 4K. It is on both. It's still possible for both teams. Pedro here opts to chase Lucas instead of going for Vinny, who is injured. I guess he is going to want to secure his 2K10 here. Doesn't care too much about Vinny, since Vinny is already death hook. Lucas still is on 2nd stage, meaning he is worth 2 hooks. I guess he is opting to go for the safer method here, going to get 10 stages in. Maybe even more if the survivors have not gotten on a gate yet. But presumably they have. Yeah, we can see the gate already in the background. The light already flashing pretty brightly, meaning it is about to open. Yes, we can see it being opened here. The survivors are just going to take their leave. Yes, this is the 2K10 for Pedro, for Klkmaninsoytupadre. I'm not going to pronounce the full name for the rest of this match. I'm sorry, I cannot. I'm going to just completely get out of the flow every time I try to pronounce that. If Reliance will be able to match this result, we will see after the intermission though. Okay, and here we are again with the next set. We now have we have May playing here as the mastermind Reliance against Klkmaninsoytupadre, whatever. I'm still refusing to pronounce that name fully every single time. The win condition here is an 11 stage, so it's going to be incredibly difficult to meet. The survivors still, after all, have incredibly powerful tools to use. They still have perks such as Deliverance, they have stuff like the Side Strike, they have all the good shit. Wicked, whatever, you know? All the good shit. Meaning it's just gonna be incredibly difficult. I'm pretty sure Mango just ran for it, didn't he? Is he still on this? Yeah, he went for it. He left the tile, May just did not notice and wasted quite a bit of time here. But I believe he's going to be able to down Mango here now. I don't think Mango can do anything unless he manages to dodge an M2. Yes, he's just going to run for as long as he can. He's going to try to go for the corner. He's going to just get M1 down here.
You won't make it much further.
For the first down of the game. We can also see, however, this time a gen actually pops before anything else happens. That is good. Last game we did see that Pedro did get 2 whole stages on the same survivor before the first unhook, before the first generator pop. This time May is in a way more difficult situation. We can already see a couple more gens for progress. We can already see that survivors have already popped a gen. Survivors here this time putting a lot more pressure on the killer. May, I think, trying to roughly figure out where Mango went to down them once again, but cannot find them. He's going to opt for Jiggy instead on this car. Jiggy's just going to drop the pallet safely and is just going to take as much as he can. Unfortunately, not enough distance. He's still going to get hit by the M2 here by May. May just relentlessly chasing, breaking down the wall and just continuing the chase immediately. Mango is just Jiggy is trying to make as much distance as he can before the next pallet. Is going to opt for this pallet. It's not going to make it any further, but this is still a pretty good pallet. It's just going to drop it. The brutal strength here doing a lot. May trying to see if they can do anything by bait, like if Jiggy goes directly for the pallet, but no, unfortunately does not. He's going to miss the M2 due to that. Jiggy makes another pallet here. But I believe that is a pretty safe pallet to be on against the Mastermind right now until it is dropped. So not much they can do. We can see another 2 generators popping in the background while this chase is going on. Very, very rough situation for May here. You do have to say, like, these are really good players in Klkmaninsoytupadre. Even pronouncing the short version is giving me struggles, but these are really strong players here after all. We have Pedro, Marcos, Jiggy, Mango, all really well-known players in the comp scene generally. Meanwhile, Reliance is still a pretty mid team, unfortunately, if I have to say so. So this is a very, very difficult situation for them to be in, to play against such a good team this early on in the tournament. They do have a bit of the advantage that they've played this rule set already due to the fact that they have played it in the test match, but I don't think that is enough to save them here. Pedro is here for the flashlight save, is trying to just buy even more time before May can get a hook on Jiggy here. They're not playing it safe, they just want to get as good of a result as possible. We can see another generator popping in the background. May unfortunately getting pellets and blinded here. Is just going to have to keep chasing, is going to get blinded once again, is a bit lost right now, is I think trying to make it back to Jiggy. No, they are opting to still stay on Pedro. Pedro is fusing in with the tree. Unfortunately, May did see them. Pedro is going to get hit. Ooh, May actually doing a pretty good play there, is going directly into the tree to stop the remaining bound, but unfortunately Pedro is going to pop adrenaline, saving himself from the hit while also healing. Yeah, this is a very bit difficult for May. Pedro here going for the window tag, but unfortunately messing it up, is going to get injured due to that. But I believe they should be pretty safe. I believe the gate should be open. Yes, the gate is open by now. May is going to have to get a good bound here to have any chance of downing Pedro here. Is going to keep chasing after Pedro. Marcos is here, however, to take the body block. It's going to be incredibly difficult for May to get that down here. Unfortunately, Marcos gets thrown, but unfortunately not into a wall, meaning they're not going to get injured. This is going to be this 11 out against May here. Very unfortunate, but these are really strong players, you have to keep in mind. This is going to be the 1-0 for Klkmaninsoytupadre, whatever the fuck. We will see ourselves in the next set, which is... which set is it? Boomy? Unknown. The next set is unknown. We will see us in unknown. Bye bye. Here we are again with the next set. We now have Prince on the unknown. Unfortunately, already with 2 perks only. Very, very unfortunate. I need to change my filters. I just realized I haven't thought about my filters this entire time. Oh god, I used the terrible filters for Macmillan as well. God, I'm so sorry if I did. I hope those filters were decently watchable. Meanwhile, Prince has already found himself in chase against Jiggy here. Unknown also making incredibly loud noises. I don't think that is normal. I guess that is a spectator thing. We are maybe going to see, yes, we are going to see the first UVX infection of the game. Against Jiggy here. Already spotting a different survivor as well. Prince here in a difficult position. He practically has 0 perks unless survivors decide to cleanse totems. There is no wound, there is no blood favor. I guess those were the 2 perks that he was intending to bring. I did not actually check before the match, unfortunately. Jiggy here managing to dodge the UVX. He's going to take the Shack Pot instead. Prince tries to take the UVX into a M1. Unfortunately does not get it. Jiggy manages to get the palace done. He's going to make quite a bit of distance and delay that first down by quite a bit. He's going to just keep on running. He's going to not get hit by that long range hit. Unfortunately, he's just going to have to drop the pallet here. He's going to make another pallet. Goddamn, poor lad. That blood favor here would have definitely done a lot. But unfortunately, well, Reliance, Klk had it in the first set. Is going to go for a sneaky bounce hit here. He's not going to get it, but is going to get the hit. Focus through the pallet. Is going to down Jiggy here and get the pallet at the same time. Very, very good for him. He's going to get the first down of the game. But also, unfortunately, we can already see 2 generators popping. We can see the Shack generator has a decent bit of progress already as well. We can see a survivor cancelled thingy on the hallucination. Prince goes for the long range hit since he knows Pedro was trying to get rid of his hallucination. He goes for the long range hit and actually gets it and gets the injure on Pedro from the long range, which is going to definitely help out massively right about now. He does have very low pressure up now. He's practically playing without perks unless Klk decides to cleanse the token, which is going to be very unlikely because, well, it is a Thrill totem. Prince is going to try to body block this hook. I don't think it is worth it though. If 2 people come for it, I know it's going to be very difficult. But maybe Mango is still here. The chase music just doesn't work. That is lovely. I didn't even realize it until now. He's going to get the unhook now, however, the trade is going to happen. No, unfortunately, Mango gets the unhook just quickly enough for the trade not to happen, to instead get the hit on Jiggy. Jiggy is just going to run for his life, but don't know if there is much he can do right about now. He is actually going to take that window back. He's going to make a decent bit of distance here. He's going to be able probably to dodge his UVX. No, he gets hit by the UVX. It's going to be the second down of the game. However, in the background, another generator has popped by now. Still, very, very difficult situation to be in, despite the fact that he did get that very nice long-range UVX hit in. It was a very nice hit. Woomy would have liked to see that, but no, Woomy had to fuck off. We can see it. Oh god. We can see another generator here at high percent. Still just incredibly difficult situation here to be in on Reliance. He is going to really need that down on Jiggy here. And he's unfortunately still has endurance, meaning the down is not going to happen just yet. We can see the survivors are here to take a bit of a body block, like to distract the killer a bit with a flashlight. Jiggy is just going to continuously make more and more distance. He's going to try to get that as long as possible. We can see the body block here coming in, unfortunately making the UVX miss as well. He's just going to keep on running for as long as he can. I think unless a body block happens here, he is going to get downed, however. No, there is no body block coming in. Jiggy gets downed here. He does have to be careful though. If this Bill has a cracker, he could be able to get flashlight saved. So he has to be incredibly careful right about now. He's going to get the injure on Bill as well. He's going to... Oh. I better the flashlight, not a cracker. is going to get the injure, the down as well on the bill. He can see there's some other survivors here healing up in the background. Is going to opt to hook Pedro and not kill Jiggy first, which is a strange decision. Is going to go for the basement hook. I guess just wants to get this hook in before. It's going to waste a decent bit of time though, since he was hesitating if to go for the basement hook or not. Is going to just go up now. Is probably going to just kill Jiggy right about now. Going to pick up Jiggy. We see however the last generator in the background has already popped, meaning this is most likely where the game is going to end unless Pedro has any perk like Wicked, but I believe Wicked was already banned. You can have a quick check. Well, goddamn, this killer really is loud as a spectator. No, there are not any perks that could really help right about now. This is most likely just going to be the 2k6 here. The survivors have opened the gate. Yes, they are just going to leave. This is going to be the 2k6 here for Quince. Nope, Pedro actually does unhook himself. What? Why is he unhooked? Oh, he was trying. Okay, Pedro was trying to speed up the game by unhooking himself, by suiciding on the hook. Unfortunately, did get the unhook on himself, so that's a bit unfortunate. But yes, that is fine. Pedro, Prince was a bit confused about that for a moment, but oh well. Uh, 2k6. If Klk can do better than that, we will see after the intermission again. here we are again now with the next set. We are, well, not the next set, with the next game. We now have Pedro on the unknown here, having a significantly better build than Prince had to work with, which is a bit unfortunate for Reliance here. We can already see Pedro is already starting strong, trying to get a few of these orbital hits on unsuspecting survivors. Is already going to see a couple of scratch marks and is going to chase them down. No, decides otherwise. No, he does actually find a survivor here. I did not know there was a survivor there. Good job, Pedro. It is going to just keep on chasing. It was a really good early hit, let's be honest. Beaver here, not paying the best of attention, is going to get mind game a little bit, is going to have to take the UVX hit in, is going to maybe drop the pallet. No, decide not to drop the pallet. I'm pretty sure he's going to get down here though. I don't think he's any, yeah, there's nothing he can do to prevent that down. He's just going to get down and hooked and apparently teleported away from Pedro, which confused him a little bit for a moment. Dead by Daylight is a very good game after all, you know, you have to keep that in mind. Definitely going to be a very difficult situation for Reliance. They have to get the whole 5 stages out while also just having to deal with the fact that the killer actually has perks. We can see a totem actually being broken. Unfortunately, it was the haunted ground, meaning the next M1, the next survivor to be M1 is going to just be an insta down, and it's going to be Vinny. Vinny does not actually not make it to a pallet. He decided to run away from any safe loop. Is just going to get haunted ground exposed down for the second down of the game already. But meanwhile, the survivors don't have any notable gen pressure that I know of right now. Definitely a very, very difficult situation here to deal with. We're going to see another chase happening here on Goose. Goose is also still exposed, you have to keep in mind. Definitely. Hopefully he will be able to run the killer for long enough for that exposed to actually run out. I don't think Pedro... Yeah, Pedro is, I'm pretty sure, pretty confident that he will not get that down in time. So he is just going to use his UVX on that, is going to get the pallet drop, is going to destroy it, and is most likely going to get the down here right about now. Yes, gets the down on Goose for the 3rd down of the game already, goddamn. Meanwhile, still not a single generator has popped, meaning this is just going to be a near impossible feat for Reliance here to win this, honestly. There's already 2 Devour stacks, meaning the next unhook on Goose is going to activate Devour Hope. He's going to make it so that every single M1 is going to be a down until that totem is cleansed. Definitely very, very difficult situation here. Pedro here just camping the check pallet a little bit. Oh, trying to get the hallucination to spawn right next to it so he can teleport to it afterwards. Is going to just keep on checking on those gens, going to make sure that as little gen pressure as possible happens, while also keeping an eye on the unhook. Is unfortunately not going to get that UV exit on Lucas. Is, I think, just trying to buy time in chase here to either get the UV exit in or to let the down unhook happen so you can use that Devour Hope value. Yes, we do see that the unhook has happened. The Devour Hope is now at 3 stacks, meaning the next one is going to be an instant down. We can notice Pedro has immediately stopped using the UVX, is going to try to get that down with the M1. Doing his best. Unfortunately, Lucas tries to predict the fact that it's going to be a teleport. Unfortunately, it was not a teleport. Lucas is going to get M1 here and down. Oh, we finally get some music back, goddamn. The game has been silent this entire time, but finally the game has realized, wait a moment, I'm supposed to be playing music, and has given us the music back. This, however... music as well. Okay, I don't know what that music was, because that was not killer POV music, it's a strange thing, I'm pretty sure. So, just really strange situation. This game is just really, really well made, we're noticing today. We are just going to be in chase here against Vinny. Vinny is going to get down by the UVX here. We can see another unhook happening. Devour Hope is now at 4 stacks. The survivors will have to be very careful here. The next hook is going to be... The next unhook is going to be the 5 stacks. Meaning survivors just can be immediately moried. Which is very crucial, very dangerous for people such as Goose and Beaver, who are not yet death. Very, very strong. We can now have a see the Saurus are finally managing to pop a couple of gens. There are 2 gens in, but however they are like they have to They're not allowed to get a single more down at this point. They need to finish 3 more gens and get everybody out without a single more hook happening. However, it does not seem like that will be possible. Lucas is going to get downed here. He is Moriable if Pedro remembers it. After all, that is the offering for the Mori. Is he going to Mori the Survivor? No, he opts not to Mori the Survivor. He's going to hook them instead. We should probably maybe get rid of that. Oh, never mind. He's going to drop them now. I don't think the killers are aware that there's a Mori allowed in this tournament, because they do go for the Devour. Like Pedro did go for the Devour Hope Mori, but they did not go for the Ebony Mori offering Mori. So I'm pretty sure the killers are not aware that there's a Mori. So we might want to just remove the Mori just for the sake of it. We do see, however, now that is going to be devastators. I might be a little bit confused, honestly. I'm not sure. I thought Lucas was. Oh no, Lucas was first stage. Right. Whoopsie. So he was. That was. Yeah. Okay. I got a bit confused. For some reason, I thought Lucas was already on Death Hook. My mistake. Got confused at some point in there. But this is all. This already means that this is now 7 stages for Pedro, meaning he takes the set. Reliance is still trying to fight though. They have finished another generator. Pedro is trying to do his best to find another survivor here. Is still going to see some bug blood on the floor there. Is going to go after Vinny. Forgot for a moment that that window is blocked. Is going to just get the M1 down on Vinny. And this is going to be another Mori. We really need to change the Mori probably. If you have any suggestions to what we should change the offering to, otherwise I'm open for suggestions, because we cannot have the cut point allowed, unfortunately. Due to chest perks being allowed, that would be really unfortunate, especially if a killer would want to go for something funny like human greed. So, I'm open for suggestions, honestly. We're going to see another chase happening here on Goose. Goose, unfortunately, not making the pallet in time, is going to get downed immediately. Is going to get Mori'd here. No, not kill? Did they pop the... No, they did not pop the Devour. I guess Pedro just opting... Oh, Pedro is opting to kill directly on the hatch to make sure that that if there's another survivor going for the hatch, he cannot get it. Beaver is here, however. Beaver is going to go for it. He should be able to get it, I believe. I think the kill happens a bit before the hatch spawns. I'm not sure. Yep. Oh. Yes, he is going to get it. Pedro was for some reason not in the right spot. I guess Unknown's Mori moves the killer? Interesting. But this is, even though Beaver has gotten the escape, this does count as the 4K. The hatch does not count unless all generators have been completed. Meaning this is the 4K 2 for Pedro here. Meaning they are going to win another one. Meaning it is now 2-0 for Klk. We will see us after the intermission, which will be the which is the next set? Which is the next set? The next is going to be the Plague set. Yes. After the intermission, though. Yay. Here we are again on the next set. We now have Pedro here on the Plague with a bit weaker looking of a build, only Grim Embrace and Pain Resonance to work with. The survivors, however, are also being a bit rough. This Lucas here has a full build, Goose has a full build, Beaver is missing a perk. Actually, the survivors are looking a bit better than I remembered. I guess I got the build switch up. Sorry. It does get a bit confusing, especially right now since I don't have any referee right now. I'm just doing this solo. Pedro here already off to a good start, already trying to make sure to just get infection on to as many people as possible by just infecting those generators. Is going to go for a sneaky mind game here. Actually works out. Is going to get the infection on Lucas. Maybe the M1 would have been better, but oh well. Is going to go for the full infection on Lucas here. Goose in the background has also touched an infected generator, meaning three survivors are already infected here. Very rough situation. Lucas here is already full infection, is going to get injured already, is most likely going to get downed in a short moment here. Pedro here going for very sneaky mind games, going for the same mind games multiple times in a row, is going to not get it, unfortunately. The window, however, now has blocked, meaning Pedro is in a bad situation now. There's nothing Lucas here can make against the Bloodlust 1, meaning he is going to get downed for the first down of the game. Pedro swinging into the wall for some unknown reason. I don't know why he did that. He's going to get the first hook here before any generator can pop. Is going to get the Pain Resonance in here. Also the Grim Embrace in just a short moment, going to block all the generators. Is going to opt to pick up his corruption. He's going to look for the survivor that he knew was around here earlier. Beaver is going to find him. Is going to do his best to get the down with his power. Is going to go for a bit of a sneaky mind game here. Is going to actually work out a little bit. Beaver is caught off guard a little bit. Is going to get downed here, unfortunately, for the second down of the game. Does he have a Pain Resonance, however? Yes, he does. It is a big map after all, and sometimes you cannot get a Pain Resonance hook in when you get it down. Fortunately, he can. We can hear the generator is already decently high percentage. Is going to most likely get popped here now, however. No, it did not get popped. So it wasn't. There's another generator that is high percent. Good to know for us. Definitely very rough situation here for Reliance to be in. But there's already... Oh, Lucas is going to get down here again. It's a sneaky hit from the Corrupt Purge through the tree. Through the gap in the tree, the rock. Rock gap, tree gap. With a second hook on Lucas already before any generator is popped. Reliance are definitely having a very rough day today against this really strong team. Definitely very, very rough situation to be in here. The survivors do, however, manage to pop a single generator. We can also see they're close to popping another. They might just have to go for a very rough result here. Pedro opting to pick up another Corrupt Purge right next to Vinny here. Is just going to go back to his hooks. Is going to just make sure that nobody can cross the map to go for the unhook. Vinny is, however, going to go for it. Pedro going for a sneaky corrupt hit here over this air, whatever. Vinny is going to try to go for the pallet save. Is unfortunately going to get spotted right before it though. Is going to get Corrupt Purged into a 2-tap. Definitely now a very rough situation. Goose is the only one up. Is it actually yes, Goose has been found. This is most likely going to be the 4k4 here by Pedro. Oh, you're just very unsure. It is always very difficult to tell when a Plague is going to hit and when not. Like, Plague can be so incredibly inconsistent with a projectile, especially as the spectator point of view. Like, Plague is honestly quite horrible when it comes to the hill projectiles. Because for those who don't know, Plague is technically not a stream of projectiles. Well, it is a stream of projectiles. It is not like an actual stream, it is just multiple projectiles that just visually connect to each other. But yes, Goose is going to get downed here. This is going to be the 4k4 for Klk. Meaning, for Reliance to win this set, they are going to get need to get a 4k5. Even a 4k4, I believe. Yeah, no, a 4k4 here would not save them. A 4k4 would be a tie. This would still be a win for Klk, since it would be 2-0 with only one match to go, so obviously it would be. 4K4, goddamn. Maui, woo! Well, if Reliance can actually pull a 4K5 here, we will see after the intermission. Okay, here we are again with presumably the last set for today, because Vinny here for Reliance having to go up against Zaka, Jiggy, Pedro, Mango, with only 2 perks being Thanatophobia Undying, and also requiring a 4k5 win con. The Tycon is not going to help here. The Tycon is still going to be a loss for Reliance, unfortunately, due to the fact that this is a best of 4. If they tie this, they cannot win the overall match, meaning this would be a 2-0 win for Klk. Already off to a decent start, however, though, getting the infection on Pedro, getting the chase with Zaka here, maybe going to be able to get that down relatively quickly, but he's going to really need it incredibly quickly because, well, a single generator bomb. Oh, the Undying has unfortunately been lost. Vinny here now has to play Plague with only Thanatophobia and nothing else. He's probably going to get the down here on Jiggy though. No, unfortunately not. He's just going to need to keep chasing. He's going to get the down now, however. For the first down of the game, but still in a very rough position because all they need to do is be on a generator on the other side of the map, pop it, and they win this. It's just, oh god, what a difficult position to be in, eh? Yeah, Vinny just forced to pick up the corrupt purchase. He is forced to go for really quick chases. He's just going to need to somehow snowball extremely into a 4k5, which is just, I think, not going to happen. He is going to try to go for the down on Pedro here. Is going to get it, unfortunately. Is going to also try to get Jiggy down once again. Is unfortunately missing the crop purge though to do that little bit of the unhook speed boost. Is going to take this chance to check on the gens over here. Fortunately, not enough of these gens seem to have any big amount of progress. Is going to take his second hook on Jiggy here. Just, God, what a difficult position here to be in. Imagine the pressure that is on Vinny here. To have any chance of winning this match today, he needs to get a 4k5 against players such as Sir Pickle and Zaka. They act like actual eternal players. Just, yeah. Very difficult. Very difficult. He is, however, as we can see, doing his best to getting pressure onto the survivors. Is actually, if not for the 4k5 win con, actually in a really good position here. Is going to see a gen with high percentage. Is going to try to get his corruption and try to get that down before the gen pops. But I believe the gen is going to pop. Yes, the gen is going to pop. This is going to be the fuck. Even if Vinny manages to 4k now, another gen pops, it is already over. This is going to be the win for Klk. For Klkmaninsoytupadre, yes. Which means that it is going to be a 3-0 for them. Unfortunately. But Vinny still going to go strong, still going to try his best to get an even better result. Just for the practice, I guess. After all, getting a result like this, like if he can manage, like for example, get a 4k3 here now, is a result to be proud of against a team like this. We can see another gen popping in the background. Jiggy going for the pallet stun, so unfortunately Vinny is going to have to lose his corrupt purge, the last corrupt purge that he had for this game. He is going to go look around, like try to see if he can find Zaka going for the unhook. He does find Zaka going for the unhook. Zaka decides not to go for the trade, is going to run away instead. Going to try to buy as much time as possible while Jiggy manages here to get the unhook on Mango. What a difficult position, man. Oh, Vinny could have gotten it down here though, however did swing a bit too early, allowing Zaka to just make it to the window. Is going to opt to go here for Mango instead. Is most likely not going to be able to get it through the pallet. Is going to just... They are just going to decide to go for the pallet save rather than actually go for a down, I believe, if I am not wrong. No, okay. They did have flip-flop power struggle on somebody at some point, but I might have been on an unknown set. I do not know. They are going to go for the pickup here as well at the same time. Are going to get it. Zaka is going to get downed on the pallet instead. Cannot pick up, unfortunately. Klk are, I guess, having a bit more of a fun time now. They know that the win is secured, so they're going to just go for a bit more of a fun game. Going to get the down on Pedro. Vinny decides to give up on the pallet. Zaka here is going to just hook Pedro instead. Wumi is gonna be so disappointed because Wumi was personally very excited because Zaka here actually does have an invocation. Zaka with the Nomida also has the invocation. Weaving spiders. Wumi was very excited to see an invocation. Unfortunately, the invocation is just not going to happen. Wumi is going to be very, very sad about it. We're going to see probably another down happen here. Maybe, no, they're not going to get down to the pallet again. They're not going to do that kind of game again. They are just going to buy as much time as possible. Jiggy is going to get down here near the edge of the map. I believe Jiggy should be Death Hook, I'm not sure. But unfortunately, we can see here the breakdown has also happened, meaning the hook that Pedro was on actually broke. Pedro is coming in here to make sure that he cannot get the hook by like ready to take the down if necessary. Is going to have to. I'm pretty sure. Can't you just mow him? Yes, you can. Vinny realizes, wait a moment, I don't need a hook. I can just go for the mow. The survivors here having a bit of a fun time. Realizing Vinny has a. I personally take it as like friendly banter. I don't see it as bad sportsmanship, but I don't know if Vinny sees otherwise. The survivors did give it their best until the very end, until the moment they have definitively won the game. So at this point they're just messing on a little bit, making sure Vinny also has a bit of a more fun game, a bit more of an active game instead of just going for the safest possible place and just ending the game. I personally see it as friendly banter. Hope Vinny sees it the same. We see another down here happening on Mango. Pedro going for the window right in front of Vinny is going to actually get it though. He's going to just stick around trying to go for the flashlight save. Fortunately not going to get it. Vinny is going to get the hook here. The survivors are trying to pop the gen here in the meanwhile, working on the gen as much as they can. He's going to get kicked though. Zaka decides to give Vinny the chance of a corrupt purge, even though Zaka has no Mida. Just trying to get an interesting game in here, like not going exactly for the win. I don't know if Zaka meant that he had no Mida or... I hope he did. Just going to keep going for more chases here. Going to try to get more gens in. They're using the firecracker here for a little audience, a little bardic inspiration value here. Oh, Pedro here managing to dodge the corrupt purge, very well done, but is unfortunately going to take the M1 at the last moment. Is going to try his best to run as far as he can towards the shack. Is unfortunately going to make it for, unfortunately for Vinny, going to make it. Going to just keep chasing. The Thanatophobia here still contributing quite a bit of value. Oh, almost. Vinny here trying to do his best to get the corrupt purge and is unfortunately going to get it. Is going to go back for the generator instead. Is going to find a survivor on it. Are they going to get him though? We will see. Still has a bit of corrupt purge left. He can maybe get it. Is going to get it. Is going to hit Mango over that cart. Is going to get it down. Is going to go for the hook. Mango is going to be Death Hook actually. Got it. Now Pedro and Zaka are still up for the... Oh, Pedro manages to pop the gen. Meaning Vinny still has a 3-gen, meaning this is most likely going to be the 4K1 here. What the fuck was that? What the hell? Okay. So it's like technical problems on here on my side, but I don't know what the fuck just happened there, but I should still be live. Yep, I am. Okay, don't know why that happened. Hopefully I'm live. Some weird glitch just happened there. I think that was just my browser, but a bit scared. We can see Vinny is going to here go for another corrupt purge. Is going to do his best to still get that down on Pedro. It's been proven. Pedro, naturally, being a very good looper, has proven himself many times, especially in this game as well. Is going to dodge a corrupt purge once again. Is going to make the window. Vinny trying to get a sneaky hit through the window. Unfortunately, not able to get it. Pedro is going to make the pallet once again. Vinny just committing to the chase. He knows he's most likely not going to be able to defend that jet from Zaka, so he's just gonna go for the chase on Pedro. He's going to be on this tile once again. Actually, no. This is just a tile. The same tile that Pedro used last game. It is not the same tile as what we had before. Very difficult situation to be in here. Pedro is going to get the pellets done in with cancelling the corrupt purge. Zaka in the background is popping a last generator. Pedro still wants the chase to keep going. Is going to keep going with it as well. Oh, Pedro, this time the window check that he tried in the mastermind game is going to try to go for it again. This time actually does manage to get the window tech in. Is going to keep prolonging this chase here for a while. Maybe they might be actually able to go for a hedge escape here as well. He is certainly looks like he's going to go for it. Is going to go for the FOV tag. Unfortunately does not get it. Pedro is going to get down and killed for the 3k9 here for Vinny. But as previously mentioned, this is already a win for Klk. We are not going to go into the next set, presumably. What is this doing? Yeah, I will say it in chat if we play next set or not. Probably not.